Today we will be making 4 servings of a chicken and potato curry with rice. First we are going to blend together 3 brown or red onions, 8 cloves of garlic, a big piece of ginger, and 400 grams of fresh or canned tomatoes. With the onions, remove the ends and slice in half. Peel the skin and roughly dice into pieces. With the garlic, cut off the woody end and lightly crush each clove to loosen the skin so it's easier to peel. With the ginger, use a teaspoon to scrape off the skin, then roughly chop it into pieces. Add it all to a blender and blend into a fine paste. I had to blend mine in 2 batches since my blender was quite small. Also add half a tablespoon of honey to the mix, then set aside. Next we will need 300 grams of potatoes. Peel them and cut them into chunks. The exact size doesn't really matter, just make sure they are all roughly the same size. Set aside in a bowl. For the spices, add to a bowl the following: 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder. You could use a spicier chili powder if you prefer, or you could use paprika if you want no spice. And 1 teaspoon of garam masala. Mix together and set aside until needed. Optionally, we are also going to use some fresh coriander. Take the leaves from a bunch of coriander and roughly chop them. Add to a bowl and set aside. And lastly, we will need some chicken. Take 500 grams of chicken thighs and trim off any excess fat, skin, connective tissue, bone, or cartilage that you don't want. Then cut into pieces of a size of your preference. Add to a bowl and set aside. And now we are ready for cooking. Heat a pot or high-walled pan over high heat. Once hot, add 3 tablespoons of the cooking oil of your choice and swirl to coat the surface. Add the chicken pieces and spread in a single layer to maximize surface contact. Let the chicken sit for 1 to 2 minutes or until it develops a little color on the bottom. Once you have some color, mix the chicken around and let it sit for another couple of minutes to sear on the other side. Then remove the chicken pieces, tilting the pan to reserve the oil. This can go back into the same bowl the raw chicken was in, since it will be cooked again. Add the blended paste and cook over high heat until most of the liquid has been evaporated. Also add a pinch of salt at this stage to help draw out the liquid faster. This will take 10 minutes or so take your time. Eventually we should end up with a dry, thick paste that looks something like this. At this stage, turn the heat to low and add the spices. Mix together for about 30 to 60 seconds. Then add 4 tablespoons of Greek yogurt and mix until combined. Then add our seared chicken along with any resting liquid in the bowl, our chopped potatoes, and water. I rinsed out my blender with water to get any residual paste left in there. Also add a good pinch of salt at this stage so the potatoes and chicken can be seasoned as they cook. Stir to combine everything and add extra water to cover the potatoes and chicken if needed. Bring to a boil over high heat. Then turn the heat to low and cook with the lid on until the potatoes are fully cooked and the chicken is tender. Stir the curry every 10 minutes or so to avoid anything burning on the bottom, checking the doneness of the potatoes as you go. The potatoes could take anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes depending on the variety and the size they are cut. Once the potatoes are fully cooked, take the lid off and continue cooking to reduce the liquid if you think it is too watery. Once it is at your desired consistency, turn the heat off and taste the curry. Add salt as needed. Finally add the chopped coriander leaves and stir them through and we are done. Allow the curry to cool for a while before adding it to containers, otherwise it will be too watery and will seep into the rice. While it is cooling, let's make some rice to serve it with. Add 1.5 cups of rice to a bowl. I am using jasmine rice, but any other white rice will work. Wash the rice 3 to 4 times with water and drain. Add the washed rice to a pot or rice cooker along with enough water to cover the surface by around 1 to 2 centimeters. If using a rice cooker, just turn it to the cook setting. If using a pot, set it on the stove over high heat until lightly boiling. Once boiling, cover with the lid and cook on low heat for 10 minutes. Then turn the heat off, but leave it to steam with the lid on for a further 10 minutes. Then take the lid off and fluff the rice with a spatula to release any excess steam. Then keep the lid on until you are ready to add it to containers. Once cooled, evenly distribute the rice between 4 containers on one side. Evenly distribute the curry on the other side. I also garnished mine with a little extra coriander for presentation purposes. Add the lids and store in the fridge for up to around 1 week. To serve, just microwave to reheat and enjoy. Each serving contains 673 calories, with 35 grams of protein, 91 grams of carbohydrate, and 19 grams of fat.